Okay, hi everybody. Welcome into the Parker the Man page at yournews.com. Mark Wilson right here with your webcam. And it's middle of the week, and we are just, eight days now away from Thanksgiving 2009. We're that close. I was at the mall. I was at Somerset Mall yesterday. Not Somerset Mall, but Somerset Mall. And we have some celebrity sightings for you, but you got to read the piece on yournews.com. The actual column today has to do with Miller time for the Red Wings. There is another Miller with the Red Wings. There's already another Miller in the NHL anyhow. There's Millers all over the place, and all the Millers are from the Lansing area. It's the Lansing family Millers, led by the matriarch and patriarch of the family, Marie and Lyle Miller. Lyle Miller played at Michigan State. All these Millers played at MSU. A couple of them now have been with the Red Wings. Kevin Miller and now Drew Miller, who the Wings picked up last week from Tampa on waivers. But you got Dean Miller, Lyle Miller, Elwood, which is Butch Miller, Kelly, Kevin, and Kip, all from the Lyle Marie Miller family. And, of course, Ryan Miller, the all-star goalie of the Buffalo Sabres. So, I know a lot of this Miller stuff from the time spent in Lansing, Lansing Eastern High School and Michigan State. 10 of them played at Michigan State, and they have just filtered into the NHL. 5 have played in the NHL. It's almost like the Sutter family, the famous Sutter hockey-playing family. So, just a little retrospective, something for you to chew on a Wednesday. All the different Millers and how they got to the NHL and which one's the best Miller, although don't ask their mother because she won't tell you. But Kelly, Kip, and Kevin, probably the most known Millers outside of Ryan Miller. Oh, I'm Millered out. All right, so it's Miller time with the Wings, so check out the piece on yournews.com. Speaking of hockey, Brendan Shanahan, done at the age of 40, 21 years in the NHL. He had been in camp with New Jersey, the Devils, and after 21 years, he just said, no more. 656 goals. Next stop, Toronto in the Hockey Hall of Fame for Shanny. I relate a little story about a conversation we had at the end of the first Stanley Cup run back in 97, 12 years ago now. Wow. So Shanny, 10 years in Detroit. Certainly made his mark. Number 14 with the Red Wings in that Red Wings sweater. And done in the National Hockey League. Did you see the basketball game last night? MSU and Gonzaga at Breslin. You already have 3 of the top 5 teams in the country after just 1 week of college hoops with very narrow escapes. Kansas had one last night. Kentucky had one the night before. John Calipari getting it going, almost losing to Miami of Ohio. And now MSU came very close to losing to Gonzaga. This is not the same Gonzaga as Adam Morrison in those days. Mark Few's got a good team, but they're not ranked. In the past, they've been ranked as high as, in the top 10. This team maybe should be ranked. That's how good the Zags looked against the Spartans. But MSU came out with a win. Darrell Summers had a great second half, 17 to 21 points. Kalen Lucas, Raymar Morgan all played well towards the end there, so they got their legs going at the right time. But the interesting part is 41 straight wins now for the Spartans against non-conference foes at home. 41, the last non-conference, non-Big Ten team to beat Michigan State at the Breslin Student Event Center. Duke, 2003, so that's 6 years ago now. That's pretty impressive stuff. I don't care who you're playing. And State, Tommy Izzo plays teams. They play Texas and Kansas, and they play North Carolina, so they play teams. They don't play all, just sisters of the poor. They play good squads, Gonzaga being one of them. Lakers beat the Pistons late last night, wee hours if you missed it, 106-93, and the Pistons had to have a great fourth quarter just to lose by 13. I read about that. Will Bynum was leading scorer. Kobe had 40. This is the start of the 4-game Western swing. And again, the Lakers started the fourth quarter with a 25-point lead. So it was pretty much all L.A. last night at the Staples Center. Without ripping Tayshaun, it's going to be real hard to beat the Lakers of the world, that's for sure. Letterman had another Lions joke. Top 10 list. The top 10 list was, what was the thing again? Top 10 signs your NFL owner is nuts. And that has to do with Bud Adams, the 86-year-old owner of the Tennessee Titans, who originally owned the Houston Oilers, given the bird, the finger, to some Buffalo Bills fans, even though Tennessee won the game big. I don't know why he was doing it, and he was wearing a blue suit. Anyhow, Bud Adams was given, maybe he was just saying, hey, we're number one. As Bud Adams would say, we're number one. Pick a finger, we're number one. So he got fined $250,000 for that. So Letterman did that, and he had one of the top 10 reasons or things that your owner's nuts has to do with your Detroit Lions. You can read that if you didn't see it. Dick Jauron fired. Speaking of the Buffalo Bills, their owner actually makes Bud Adams look young because Ralph Wilson, the Detroit native, is 91 now. He fired Dick Jauron, the former Lions coach and player. That's the third time Dick Jauron's been fired as a head coach in the NFL. They were 24 and 33. My God, what we wouldn't do for 24 and 33 around here. But Dick Jauron is out. Perry Fewell is in as their interim coach in Buffalo. And again, the celebrity sightings at Somerset. There's one Red Wing, one TV, and a couple others. And if you haven't been to Somerset, it's all decked out. All the malls are now. All decked out for Christmas, well before Christmas. Used to be it was right after Thanksgiving, right? No. Now it's well before Thanksgiving that they do that. So check it all out. The Miller Time piece on yournews.com, the Shanahan retirement, MSU's narrow escape against Gonzaga at Breslin, Lakers beating the Pistons, the Letterman top 10 list, and as Bud Adams would say, we're number one. Dick Jauron fired, and celebrity sightings. There you go. It's all on the Parker the Man page at yournews.com. The eVag coming later this week, so don't miss it. Happy navigating. And remember, Bud Adams, we're number one.